Well, it's a job title that sounds like it came straight out of Willy Wonka. World's leading chocolate taster, Angus Kennedy. He's flown all around the world sampling this delicious confection, and now he's written a book about how he got the best job ever. Angus is joining us this morning from New York. How are you?
I'm feeling absolutely brilliant. I'm so excited to be with you in Florida. Such a wonderful place. You sound so enthusiastic. It's amazing. It's kind of rubbing off on me, Roxanne.
Well, that's good to hear. And I have to tell you, talking about chocolate makes me feel that way.
Well, yeah.
So I have to find out.
Well, it makes a change.
Yes. How you got your dream job.
Well, that's I didn't have a really good start in life, so things kind of went from bad to worse. So it's like all the things that could have happened did happen to me. So basically, sometimes the only thing I had when I was young was chocolate to eat, and really that was it. So we had a little family publishing business. We were in that sector, so chocolate was my life, and it's kind of always has been. Look, it still is. It's just always around me. So, and I am, as you say, I have got the dream job, but I created it for myself. I didn't apply for it. So I've always been a believer, and in like, if you believe in yourself, I think you can do anything you want. Anything, even be a chocolate taster.
Right, that's such great advice. And I do want to know too about because I love chocolate, I'm not alone, I know that. And so the quality of chocolate, you've got some secrets that you can share with us today, probably also in your book as well, about how to determine the quality of chocolate.
Yeah, well, that's a really good point. And I think one of the interesting things here with chocolate is it's okay to have cheap chocolate. It's not a problem. I mean, I've got 5 kids, Roxanne, and when I pick them up from school, they're all like bashing each other and like everything's going wrong. You feel like you're going to hit the curb, so you stop at a garage and you just get some chocolate. And actually, some low-end chocolate, I call it low end because it's not really cheap, it's the same calorific value anyway as a high-end chocolate, you know, higher quality. So it really doesn't matter, but it's the occasion that matters, whether you're giving a chocolate for Valentine's or something for Halloween, or you just want to sit back on the couch and have a glass of Chardonnay and chill out and have a chocolate and read a book.
All those scenarios sound great to me. Now, one thing that you've said, Angus, that really scares us is, why is there a chance that chocolate could be extinct by 2020? What's going on?
Yeah, well, that was an interesting story that came out 3 or 4 years ago. But actually, the cocoa crops are okay at the moment, so there isn't a shortage of cocoa. That story was related to some things that got into the press. But however, now what's really interesting, you've noticed all these like strange weather phenomena around the planet. Well, cocoa, like other plants, is not immune to that, and it would only take a temperature increase of 2.1%. and then cocoa cannot grow anymore. So, and I don't know where I come from, the UK. We've actually got fires near my house and a sinkhole. It's like, so you never know what's going to happen. So, but also the other one is geopolitical. So you've got things like 1.8 million children working in West Africa, and I think I don't want to go into that too much, but these things are things that can affect the chocolate market as well. So it's a really interesting subject, massive subject, and lots of different types to eat too. So lots to talk about.
I'm glad you brought up some of those more serious topics, and you can read about some of those in your book, but I do want to go a little more lighthearted question for you. And
exactly.
This is my experience. Sometimes when I eat too much chocolate, maybe I'm eating a whole lot, but I would imagine you've eaten quite a bit as well, I feel like my face starts to melt. Have you ever had this happen? Is that the sign of good chocolate, bad chocolate, too much?
Well, I've never heard such an analogy. That's very fascinating. Well, I think, like a good chocolate is going to find its way to you. And there is a reason why we love chocolate. It's not just that we can't control our minds. It's because it is actually quite addictive. It's got caffeine in it, it's got sugar in it, and then it's got things called phenols in it, which is a natural relaxant. So while you're there enjoying your product, you're relaxing about eating far too much chocolate, which is why it's so popular. It does have iron and various sort of health benefits. However, I would say always have chocolate. Stay healthy to eat chocolate. Don't eat chocolate to eat healthy, because if you want some iron, you just have a walnut. If you want antioxidants, have a blueberry. There are other ways of doing things. So for me, it's pure indulgence, and we know about it, and that's why I love it.
Oh my gosh! So my co-host here, she's so sweet. She's dumping me with chocolate right now. She's giving me all this chocolate because she knows I'm salivating having this discussion with you. But we know our viewers are very excited to read your book. So, Bittersweet: The Life and Times of the World's Leading Chocolate Taster. Where can they find it?
Well, it's all over the main websites, you know, for ordering books. I think we all know what they are. It is in various bookshops across the United States. So interesting enough, the United States is the first country to have this book. So, you know, we're all blessed with chocolate, and I hope when people read that book, they will have a feeling of hope that they can live their dreams like I'm doing right now, because that's what it's all about, really.
Thank you so much, Angus Kennedy. We appreciate your time today.